Perhaps you've seen this gentleman before. A certain logo, perhaps. We're on the way to the inspection, and Cesia knows a little bit more about inspections than me.
Something that we always recommend as a real estate agent is that you need to get an inspection done. And you technically pay a guy that it's a licensed inspector that will find everything that is wrong with a house. We use it as a negotiation tool as well. You know, like once you have a report, you have like a more justified, what would I say, reason to ask for repairs, or like maybe to reduce the price because of the stuff that you found on inspection. So
we have a cursory knowledge of properties and houses and stuff. We have a cursory knowledge. We know more than your average bear, but we're not experts on the actual property conditions or the things they're in. It's always going to be better that unless you really know what you're talking about and what you're doing, it's good to get an inspection. This was a if it hasn't come out yet, it will be soon. A home buyer quick tip of the week for me is that the difference between an inspection and an appraisal. The appraisal is required. That's a part of financing and securing financing. Inspection is not required, but it is, again, highly recommended. God forbid if they find something that's all bad things, you can get out of it.
Get out of it, yeah. So that's another thing that I will tell you about an inspection is to keep the most important stuff in mind. Like, for example, like us, we're not buying a new home. You know, even on a new home, we always recommend an inspection. Just keep in mind, you know, like what is the most expensive stuff to fix in a house, like plumbing, electricity, structural problems, the unit, the roof. Another thing, you know, like you might wonder, like how much does an inspection cost? And it goes from $350 to $600, I will say, and it also depends on the square footage of the house. That's how they set up a price. Make sure that your realtor also put it as a contingency most of the time. You know, unless you really want a house in this hard market, you know, you will, how would you say, forbid the inspection? Waive an inspection. That's the word.
Waive it. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, wouldn't recommend waiving the inspection.
We have seen it in this market, you know, like, or unless you have like a FHA loan that are very restricted, you know, but that doesn't always guarantee you they're going to find absolutely everything that is wrong with a house. So always the inspection. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. Like this home, we know up front there's some stuff that needs fixed or needs to replace it. So what I'm afraid is it's going to be something major and that we won't be able to continue the process, and that can happen. But our contract was well written and it has an inspection as a contingency. So if we don't get on an agreement, we won't lose our earnest money or anything if we decide not to proceed with this home. So that's good.
I like your haircut.